back to Unsolicited Advice, the show where I take the letters you write other people and give my 2 cents. I'm joined today by one of the dopest people I ever met. We got comedian, actor, musician, multi-talented Lloyd with me today.
You was giving all these titles. I was like, who else is here?
You.
Oh.
That's you.
Sorry.
This is my boo thing. She acting shy today, but this my baby.
Hi.
Yeah, we go together real bad.
Right.
Yeah, we do. You ready to get into some letters?
Is this the OnlyFans part?
No, this is not the only thing. So I will save that for later.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, say that for later. Our first letter is from the Ask Aaron column. Dear Aaron, I've been with my significant other for almost 10 years now. I'm 39 and my partner is 43. Long story short, my family disapproves of him and it is tremendous stress that I need to address. I'm just not sure how. I do not like confrontation and I'm not the best at communicating. So it ends up a terrible argument every time I try to discuss it with them. I want my parents to sit with him and have them discuss any issues. Any advice on making this happen? I love my significant other and want it to work more than anything. But sometimes I'm not 100% certain we are best for each other. I could do a better job creating must-have things that he can do to prove his love for me. I'm just not sure what. Any ideas? Okay.
Well, I've been in a situation like where I was dating for the likes of my family and not for the likes of our relationship. I was more worried about what my family was thinking and saying instead of what was really happening in our relationship. And I learned at that time, stop sharing the negative. Because I think what happens is we go tell the negative to our friends and family without sharing the good things. And so what happens is our family and friends retain that negative information. And when it's all said and done, that's all they know.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Because why do they disapprove of him? Like, they don't know him. So what have you told them about him?
Exactly.
That's making them disapprove. But I don't know. It's giving she's the problem. Because here's why I'm saying that. Like, well, first of all, I feel like she cared too much.
Care about who?
The family.
Right.
They've been together for 10 years. Right? They've been together for 10 years.
That's why I said she's going back, relaying information to them.
Yeah.
The negative.
If they haven't liked this motherfucker in 10 years.
Because they don't like him only because of what she has
said. What she's saying. Yeah. And now she's stressed out because they disapprove of him. But I'm like, I don't know why she cares so much. That's my thing. But I also feel like she's kind of the problem because she said she doesn't like confrontation and she's not the best at communicating. So it's given to me that like she's creating, like she's telling them stuff about him and then not, to your point, going back and saying the good stuff. So all they know is the bad stuff. And then she's non-confrontational. So she's not dealing with it head on.
Right, she's not defending him
she's not defending him.
So when they say these things like you should leave him because he's not taking out the trash and he's lazy, whatever the circumstances are, it's those negative things that's making it hard for her to speak up for him because you've already put these bad thoughts in her head.
I also feel like she kind of wants too much. She wants them to sit down and discuss issues. I'm not doing that.
Right, it's not their job.
It's not his job.
Right.
Like, why the fuck do he need to sit down with your family? It's your family. You work through the issue. Like, if they don't like me and I already been with you for 10 years, if I'm him, I'm like, you are way too concerned about this. And why? Like, why does it matter? But then she also said something like, where is it at? I love my significant other and want it to work more than anything, but sometimes I am not 100% certain we are best for each other. I could do a better job creating must-have things that he can do to prove his love for me.
So if he ain't proved it in 9 years, not 10, but 9.
He didn't prove it in the first one.
Yeah.
Not the second. Third one went on by 4, 3, 6, 7. 10 years in, now you need him to prove his love for you. That man love you. Ain't no man gonna sit with you for 10 years and not love you.
Maybe she feels like he hasn't proved it because he hasn't proposed or married her. Because it doesn't say that they were married. Yeah,
that's true. Maybe it's that. But maybe he's not proposing to you because you're non-confrontational and you bad at communication. So.
And you let your family disrespect him.
And you let your family disrespect him. You care way too much what your family thinks. And I have been in a situation where somebody had an unhealthy, like, you know, not connection with their family, but had an unhealthy need for their family's approval. And that does ultimately impact the relationship. Right. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we think. What we think she should do, she should mind her business, leave her family alone. Leave that man alone.
No. She should have her family exit the relationship. Her family has nothing to do with the relationship. They don't need to sit down and talk to one another. She needs to communicate with him.
I think they should break up.
Okay.
I think you should break up with him. Like, I think y'all should break up because, yeah, not 10 years in, you want him to prove his love to you. Girl, that's our 2 cents. That's what we got. Our next letter is from Ask Alma. Dear Alma, I know this may sound mean, but I can't stand my sister's son. He's
not your nephew. Go ahead.
He's 3 years old.
Ooh.
And he talks back and never listens to what I tell him to do. He comes to my house and breaks up my stuff, and she just sits there like nothing is happening.
He can come back over.
She doesn't even say stop. When I try to correct him, she says, don't talk to my son like that. No, I don't have any kids, but I have friends who have kids, and they are not as bad as he is. I don't want her to bring him to my house anymore. What do you think? Whew. I think
play date. Let me take little Kennard on a play date.
Somewhere outside the house.
No.
Oh. What?
Drop him off. Let me babysit.
Okay.
So what you need some alone time with him. She needs some alone time with him so he'll know how to act around you without the mom. So if he knows this without the mom, he definitely won't do it in front of the mom.
Do you think the mom will let her take him by herself?
Yeah, if it's a play date, you gotta say play date. Play date. My friend's having a birthday party. I want to take my nephew.
Okay.
Not my sister's son.
My sister's son. She did say my sister's son. She hate this little nigga.
Yes, my sister's son. Yes, it's a play date.
She hate him. That's crazy. Okay, so first of all, relax. Because why do you hate a 3-year-old? Like, he is 3.
But have you seen these kids today? Like, I've watched some videos and, they, like
at 3?
At 3, 2 and 3. Not just, okay. Like, baby, like, I'm karate kicking. Because you can't kick a 17-year-old because they too tall. But a 3-year-old, you can lift your leg a little high. And I used to be against discipline and spankings and whoopings. But now I'm like, oh, baby, now I realize why.
Yeah. I don't like it because I feel like when you hit kids, especially girls, I feel like this about boys too, but especially girls, I feel like when you hit a kid, it puts in their mind that there's some reason that somebody can have for violating their space or their body. I get that too. And I don't like that. I would say, like, okay, you said play date, right? I think like maybe start spending time with your sister and her son outside of your house. Because I feel like the fact that it's happening in your house is escalating how you feel about this child.
And every time your sister's son breaks something, send invoice to your sister's house.
That part. Yep. Invoice. I agree with that. Yeah. And then she doesn't pay.
And add the tariff charges. Don't
forget the tariffs.
The tariff fees. Yes.
Check that label. Every time he breaks something,
if it's from China, add that. Yeah.
I want you to turn that thing over. Was it made in China, or Taiwan? Where was it?
Vietnamese, Vietnam. Yeah.
France. Add tariffs to it. But yeah, I get this little nigga out your house. I understand why he can't be in your house.
Right.
Like, no, he can't be here because he breaks shit and then you don't fucking replace it. And I can't say nothing can be in my house that I can't say shit to.
Right.
Period.
A dog, a cat, yeah.
I
You gotta understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
If these devices don't obey me, they gotta get the fuck out.
Alexa,
that
right? That type shit.
You better listen, bitch. Siri, bitch. Don't play with me.
Google.
Don't play with me.
Right.
Like,
you better understand.
So I get that piece, right? And like, so maybe instead of when she be like, I want to come over, just say no. I'm okay with no. I feel like people don't like the word no.
I'm okay with
Like, why do you
not right
keep
now?
No, not today.
Right now.
Not right now.
Not right now.
So just say no, or say, how about I come over there? Maybe you need to see him more in his own environment because maybe he's reacting to not being in his own space.
And see, I think when they write these letters, they don't give enough information to.
They don't.
Because I'd be wondering, like, what is he like at home? What is he like in public? Has anybody else said anything else about him? What is pre-K saying, or what is the daycare saying?
When he go to
where
daycare.
is his daddy? Like that type stuff. So yeah, I think when they write these letters, they're just too short.
We need more information.
Yeah.
You didn't write it to me, but
right.
I'm the one
it.
talking to you.
Yeah.
So shit, like more information. But yeah, and then your sister, like, I think you should just tell her. Tell her that she's raising a fucking monster.
Now, my sister has a son. Now, I watched all her kids grow up, and then she had her youngest son, who she allowed to use profanity all the time, and it baffled me. Like, why was she?
But like, what kind of profanity?
Fuck you, F you.
Ooh,
like,
the big words.
Yes.
How old was he?
He was 5 and 6 at the time. Like, and I would always tell her, like, why you let him talk like that? Like, it was we don't have a restriction on words here, but you had restrictions on the other kids. So why did the other kids
She had
have
a change of
restriction?
heart.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that. I'm a person. I don't believe in cuss words.
So there's no such thing as cuss words.
I don't think there's no such thing. I think that's some shit people made up.
Now I get it. But it's, okay. So I'm glad you said that. So even today, even with my mom, I grew up with believing there are cuss words. I don't cuss around my mom.
I don't cuss around my mom.
Like if
I do, I apologize.
Right. If my mom comes to a comedy show, I'm switching up my whole show.
You do?
I don't cuss.
Wow.
You know, it's because it's just a respect thing. Like I grew up. I'm from the 70s. Like
yeah, but where you grow up at?
In Texas.
That's why.
I'm from the South. So is that? But all my brothers. Well, I have one sister that don't. But my other brothers and sisters, in the full conversation, is using every cuss word in the book with her.
That's crazy.
And she's okay with it.
So here's the deal. There's a difference between using a curse word to express yourself. Like sometimes curse words, that's the best way to express. When some shit is happening, a good fuck.
Or shit,
motherfucking bitch ass nigga.
Right.
Sometimes you need to say that. You need to do that. That's different than me calling you a motherfucking bitch ass nigga. You get what I'm saying?
You're right.
That's the difference to me. Like, you can cuss to me, but don't cuss at me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think it's funny. You change your act for your mama?
Oh, yes.
I be letting my mama.
And I died one time on stage because I switched up.
Oh, you killed yourself for your mama?
For my mama. Hold on. It was a 2-night show. And she's, I'm coming both nights. I was like, but let me tell you something. The second night, I said, listen, the stuff you heard that first night, it ain't gonna be the second night. I can't. Yeah, I died that first night. The second night, I'm pretending you're not in the audience because I got to do my act.
You got to do it. You got to do the material.
And she was like, I didn't know you could talk like that.
But yeah, so all right. I think you need to stop hating your nephew because he is your nephew.
No, you don't have to stop hating the nephew. You got to get control of your nephew.
He's 3.
You've got
Don't. But if she,
don't
I feel
stop.
like okay. So I feel like if she hate him, Tad,
stop.
Then
don't
she's
stop.
not.
Yeah.
Then she's not gonna be able to have the patience that she actually
If
needs.
she don't get that alone time with him, she will always hate him.
Okay, so you think
So she needs some alone time with him so she can let him know, like, look, This my house. I run shit over here. I ain't your mama.
Mm-hmm.
That's how. And I had to do that to my nieces and nephews.
So what if the mama don't let her do that? Even the one that
cussed. Mm-hmm. I had to let him know.
Over here, you can't do that.
Yeah. This ain't your mama house.
And that's healthy. People need to know that. Yeah. Like, different environments require different things of you. And just because I allow that don't mean you could go somewhere else and expect them to allow that. Yeah. Okay, what should she do if the mom won't let her be with the nephew alone? Continue hating him?
Cut off the mom and the nephew. Cut off his sister.
Cut them off?
It's okay. It's okay cutting off family.
I believe that. But do we want to cut them off for this?
Cut them off?
Or do we want to just start
see him at his high school graduation? That's
only seeing him at family events.
Yes.
Like, we don't.
At somebody else's house.
Somebody else's house.
Hey, look, Kanoy, you getting big. I ain't seen you in a while.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, you're not breaking shit now. Okay.
Or go to their house and break his shit.
See? Look at you. You're a genius.
That's it. That's it. Genius. Go to all them little toys and shit. Break his iPad.
Break it.
Break the fuck out of that iPad. That's her 2 cents. So this one is about friends. Hi. I'm struggling to make friends.
Did they say hi?
They say hi. That's the problem right there. Stop saying hi. Okay?
Ooh, not hi. They start out with hi. Hold on. They wave. Hi.
Oh my God. Have you ever had somebody wave at you?
Oh, I did. Somebody did it yesterday. like they were crossing the street and they waved. And I was like, why is this fool waving? And then I let him go by, and then I went forward, and then he waved again. I was like, okay, now wave back.
Yeah, from now on, when I see you, I'm gonna wave at
you.
Right in your face.
It's the wave, not the wave.
No.
It's this wave. Yeah.
Yeah, that wave. Okay.
I want to call it the.
What is it? What kind of wave is it?
The special ed wave. Like this.
Oh, you terrible, Tab. Tab finna get us canceled. I ain't even got scheduled.
I ain't even famous yet, and I'm already.
That's what I'm saying. Right. I ain't even got scheduled yet. You finna get me canceled.
Sorry.
Okay. Hi.
Okay, go. Sorry.
Stop. Okay. I'm struggling trying to make friends, and I've tried going out of my comfort zone to speak and meet people, but it just doesn't feel like anyone cares enough to want to talk to me. I have bad anxiety, so just speaking to someone takes a lot out of me. I don't have anyone, and I've gone to some of the events on campus. Okay, so this is a college student, but feel extremely anxious due to the overbearing feeling of loneliness and anxiety.
I think they meant loneliness.
Loneliness. I'm stuck. I'm glitching at loneliness.
I think they meant loneliness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feeling of loneliness and anxiety. I really want to make friends and develop relationships. But how do I do that when it feels like everyone doesn't want me even speaking to them? Okay, well, first of all, stop speaking to them saying hi.
Right. I feel like with the hi, that's the problem. You're speaking first. Yeah. And everybody's not cordial. Everybody's not friendly. We're in a situation. Ever since COVID, I feel like everybody has changed.
Really?
And nobody is in that friendly realm anymore of saying hi or. And there are all these Karens too. Like I remember when white folks used to say hi just because, and now since Trump from the first administration, they used to say hi. Now they don't even say hi anymore. So I think I don't know what her race is or what gender or anything. What it is, just listen. Mind your business.
Yeah.
Mind your business. Just girl. If ain't nobody paying attention to you, what's the one for being in the house? Introvert. Become an introvert.
Me.
Stay in the house.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm an introvert.
Me too.
But the only time I go outside is if I have a booking. Or an appointment.
Or for people I really like. Like if I come outside and kick it with you, I fuck with you. That's an appointment.
Yes, that's an appointment.
fuck
on.
with you.
If I'm going to get food, that's an appointment. Bitch, that's an appointment.
Do I have a reservation?
That's an appointment. Yes. That's the only time I go outside. If I'm going to get my hair done, I'm going to the beauty supply store. That's an appointment. Shit, that's it. That's the only time I go outside.
So yeah, I think like you care too much. I feel like you make friends when you relax. You make friends, I feel like, by being yourself. Like, just relax, get comfortable in your own skin. Start to learn your own preferences, what you like, what makes you happy. And when you start to just be in that, your people will find you.
Let me ask you a question. Are you a friend magnetic friend where people just magnetically come to you?
Yeah.
I am too. So I can just be sitting somewhere and people just gravitate to me. And sometimes I don't even want to be bothered, but I engage because that's my personality.
Yeah.
And I think with this person right here, they probably have the whole bitch face or the stank face. And
you think so?
I don't know. It could be.
If they do, it might not be on purpose. They might have rest and fuck you face.
Right.
Or
it could be their time.
Or rest and bitch face.
It could be your wardrobe. If you look
homeless,
what
are you wearing?
Yeah, you could be looking homeless, girl. Fix it.
It's not enough information.
Right.
What the fuck do you be having on?
Send a picture. You're like, what? Yeah.
That's probably what they be thinking about. They be like,
I don't have any money. I don't have any spare change. Like. No.
Just be yourself and relax. Don't think too much about making friends. Let the right people find you, because there are some disadvantages to being a people magnet. Because when you are that, and I'm that too, you attract all kinds of people, right? And now you have to get good at fucking
dissecting who's real,
who's who, and what the fuck, and what energy you want in your circle. Because just because people want to be friends with you, don't mean you need to be friends with them. So keep that in mind. But
you're a genius.
You know, I wish somebody would notice that I'm a genius. You know what I mean? I appreciate that you do, boo.
You're hiding your face. They can't see you when you say that.
Hey, y'all. We live. Relax. That's what I think. I think stop caring so much. You need to bring your cool factor up. She don't have no coolness. You think she a Karen?
She's a Karen.
Well, she's anxious. It's probably given that.
When she already said, I've tried going out of my comfort zone to speak, to meet people. So how is she speaking though?
That's Hi. Hi.
You don't live here. You don't belong here.
Hi. Hi.
What are you doing here?
Hi.
Right.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
You need to turn your cool factor up. That's what you need to do. You need to get some conversation pieces. You need to dress better so that people come to you, right?
She don't look welcoming.
She don't. Have something that makes people want to talk to you, right? Maybe change your wardrobe. So like maybe you wear dope sneakers. People always talk to me about my sneakers.
Oh, I'm wearing dope sneakers tonight.
You always be having on dopes. You oiled up? Let me get some of that.
Yes.
You got enough oil for both of us.
I don't want to be ashy on camera.
Right? But maybe some type of conversation piece or a hobby. Bitch, you need a hobby. You need a hobby. Because then you can meet people who got similar interests as opposed to doing the high thing. Yeah. So yeah, it's giving desperate. And you need to bring that down and bring your coolness
Now,
up.
Is this a guy or a girl? Or does it say?
It doesn't say. We don't know.
See, again, these people write in these letters, and they're not. To me, it's just my opinion. They're not giving enough information. Me, I'm writing a whole dissertation.
I am too.
Yeah, I'm sharing everything.
Giving you all the information.
Yeah, like, and when I was 7.
Dear Dr. Roach, 2 years ago, my doctor, whose patient I had been for many years, decided to switch to a concierge practice. He charged $2,000 annually per patient.
Annually? That's not bad.
It's not for concierge.
Right.
Neither my husband nor I chose to participate. We found a new doctor who we have been very happy with for the past 2 years.
Okay.
Now he has decided to go concierge as well.
Find another doctor.
Yep, and I'm gonna tell you why that is. He is charging $2,000 annually or offering patients who do not wish to participate in a concierge practice an opportunity to pay an administrative fee of $500 annually to continue as one of his patients. I don't. Both my husband and I have very good insurance that covers 100% of our medical costs. Okay, we'll find another doctor.
This sound like cosmetic surgery. Go ahead.
And I saw my doctor 3 times last year. I told him that paying an additional payment of over $150 per visit is ridiculous. So once again, we are looking for another physician. This appears to be occurring quite often in my area. My question to you is, do you think this is right?
Signed, cut up in the face. Listen.
Signed, razor face.
If it's, and I'm gonna say this, and no offense to that writer or anything, if it's cosmetic surgery, and if it's cosmetic surgery, it's worth it. If it's for health reasons, it's not. So again, it depends.
Interesting. Okay.
And that's just my opinion.
Here's a story.
Okay.
I have a therapist. My therapist is a Black mask-presenting woman from Chicago.
Mask-presenting. So
she's a stud.
Okay. Does she relate to your situation and your...
That's why I love her.
Okay.
Everybody who takes care of me is a Black woman. Because I trust.
So my therapist is a white man.
Does he work for you?
I've been with him since 2016.
Cool. I've had some white therapists that have been great to me. But I got to this point in my life where I was like...
But let me say this. It's only because I haven't found a black therapist.
They hard to come by.
Right.
And that's what I'm about to get at, right?
Go ahead.
But I want everybody who take care of me to be a bad bitch. So my PCP is a Black woman. Me and my band of bad bitches. Yes.
Can you share the information after the show?
Absolutely.
Okay, because I need a primary care doctor. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that said, Black doctors in Las Vegas are hard to come by.
Right. Oh, I did find an African doctor who was the best OBGYN in the city. And then he relocated.
He moved.
Yeah. So
that's what happens. So that said, I finally find a therapist. Mm-hmm. Again, she just like me. I'm from Gary. She from Chicago. We get each other. You know what I'm saying? Best experience with a therapist I've ever had. Man, I saw her for 6 months. No, I saw her for a year. She went private pay. My insurance was, in the beginning, my insurance was covering it. I had like a $25 copay every time I saw her. She went private pay. Don't take insurance at all. $250 a session. Now, I used to work in healthcare, right? So I understand what these practitioners go through with insurance is crazy. So I understand why they sometimes stop taking insurance.
But even, I'm glad you said that. So even with the $250 private pay or the insurance pay, $250 from you is $250. From the insurance company is $1,250. I don't know if you know that.
Well, yeah.
On the other side, on the opposite.
So this is what I'm saying.
On the inside, insurance companies they're paying more than what we see. And I worked
because they bill them more.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, which when they operate with insurance, they do. Part of the reason they do that is because insurance companies take so fucking long to pay out. So practitioners don't, especially when they are in private practice, they often don't get paid when they need to get paid, and they have families who they need to support as well, right? So that is why I said that to say this. That's why these doctors, so many doctors are going concierge. $2,000 a year for like that. What that concierge service means is I can see my doctor whenever I want to. I can get whatever I need from my doctor. Like that's what you're paying for. $2,000 a year ain't bad when you think of what you're paying currently for.
But when I think of, this is what I think of concierge. Living in Las Vegas. Concierge service.
That's the plug.
Right. I'm thinking you walking out to my car, grabbing my purse and parking my car and walking me into the door and I'm being seen first. Again, so I need definition of what your concierge service
What does that mean?
includes.
Yeah.
So define what concierge service includes before I'm giving you $2,000 a month.
Okay.
Is all I'm saying.
Okay. I can get with that. She's saying, is it right? And my answer to that is that doctor can do whatever the fuck they want. If you don't like it, go find another doctor.
Exactly. You're absolutely right.
She's saying her insurance pay basically 100% of her medical costs. Okay, well, girl, what are we talking about? Just find another doctor.
Those doctors, some of this is what I've learned. Some of those doctors have a whole network. You can pick a doctor from that network, and I get it. We're comfortable with the doctors who we share that information with, or that doctor who we've been dealing with for the last 2 or 3 months, or last 2 or 3 years, or last 25 years. But if they're no longer practicing what we've been paying or what we've been experiencing, then go get another doctor, bitch.
And so his response is, okay, for my customers who don't want to go concierge, my patients who don't want to go concierge, okay, then you could just pay me a $500 administrative fee and I will continue to take your insurance. To me, that's not bad if you want to keep your doctor and still use your insurance. Just pay the $500 fee. I think so. My answer to this is
it only depends the type of service we're getting. So if it's cosmetic surgery, if I'm getting Botox or lipo or tummy tucks or
did she say it was a PCP? Do we know?
It didn't say. Or hair restoration or. Does it say?
It just says my doctor.
Yeah. So anything that's not detrimental to my health, then I'll pay the $500. But if it's medically needed, no, I'm not giving you $500. I can find another doctor who will give it to me for at a lower cost.
It's
2 miles from my house.
It's given PCP because she said she got insurance that pays 100% of her medical costs. And
but again, it still could be.
Ain't no insurance paying 100% of your plastic surgery.
But if you there's some insurance surgeries that if you defined it right, if you spell it out right,
make it medically necessary.
Yes, they'll pay for the 100%.
You know what I think? I think we should start offering insurance.
Who is we?
Me, you and I.
Okay.
We should start offering insurance.
I'm down.
Because insurance is a scam anyway.
Whether it's health or life or
all insurance
medical,
is a scam.
Car, yeah.
So that said, I think we should start charging people.
I'm glad you said that. So even with car insurance, I've had car insurance for let's say for 13 years. Never had a car accident. Never had a ticket. Never had an altercation with the vehicle. And then I turned 55. My car insurance goes up because I got a new car.
Oh.
Like, why?
It does go up when you get a new car.
Because I got an expensive car. Why the fuck? Why?
And
I've given you all this money over the years.
They don't care.
No, by then it's a scam.
It is.
It's a fucking scam.
It is. So we think you should just find another doctor. This to me wasn't worth writing a letter in about.
No, again, all of them are worth writing a letter.
You think so?
I just think they're not giving enough information.
Okay.
So listen, if you're ever writing a letter to someone to help your situation, this is my advice. Not only write a letter, give enough information, send pictures and video.
Yeah, because how attractive you are matters to the advice.
It depends on your story.
It always matters to me.
So with this situation, send before and after pictures. Yeah, send it.
Send a headshot of you and your husband and the doctor.
Right.
And then we can make a good decision.
And a scenic scene of where you live.
Yeah.
That way we can kind of get a glimpse of where you live. We can kind of see if you're
panoramic view.
Hold on, yeah, panoramic view. If you're in Connecticut, then we'll know that this bitch got money. Like, but you're in Atlanta, like
yeah, we don't know where you are. Are you in Montana?
Yeah.
Are you in Utah? It's giving Utah. Utah is the place where a lot of doctors don't want to fuck in. Utah and Colorado are the places where a lot of doctors don't want to deal with fucking insurance.
And I will say this, and no offense to anybody watching, Your picture that you send in will let us know who you voted for too.
And that's important too, to the information. So we don't have enough we don't know how the fuck we feel about you yet. And so we don't know how we feel.
No offense to you.
No
we don't like we didn't vote.
We simply just need to know who you voted for in the election, and you didn't include that in the letter. And that matters because, depending on how you voted, we don't know if we give a fuck whether or not you got to pay a fee to your doctor now. Like, that's a good point. I'm glad you raised it.
Right.
Yeah. That's our 2 cents. Peace.
Thank you guys. I had fun.
You had fun?
I did. Thank
Good.
you for inviting me.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on. We'll do it again.
And thank you guys for tuning in and watching.
Thank you for tuning in.